Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into, and look at this, right away a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down and 4, Rivers, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On first down, boom, flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Boom. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On 1st and 10. Boom. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jelani Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On 3rd down, Rivers. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Boom. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became good?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jelani Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
4th down, Rivers. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
18
The 1st down throw here for Rivers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Okay, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Rivers. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the carry, this is Scott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Throwing, Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out, and the Commanders get a bit closer. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
First down, Rivers. And Shark calls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's fourth down. Now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Scott. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll run with Scott. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to run now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's now 35-14. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense, as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And got his man complete.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To throw on 2nd down. Boom. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.